Graham, your emotions after that? Frustrated?
Disappointed because I think the defeat was self-inflicted. I think we started the game really well. First 20 minutes, we were a dominant team again. Had chances to score, we don't. I think they make the sub. I think he wins a couple of first contacts. We go back 10-15 yards. We stop getting on the ball, and we concede another terrible goal, which is punctured any sort of good feeling we had from the first 20 minutes. Then it becomes we lose our sort of control, our composure till half time. We made the changes because we obviously wanted to go for it and get back in the game, and then we just do something that shoot yourself in the foot again. You can't legislate for that, but then Max Dean came on and gave us a really fresh impetus of character, of personality, of just going for it, and we gathered confidence from that. We scored a really good goal with Ellis, and keepers made a couple of fantastic saves, but they had a few breakaways as well. So we've got to take that on the chin. It wasn't just that their keeper made some good saves. I think Craig made a couple as well, and they had. But we were quite open at that point, and we just didn't have enough in the tank to get back in the game. And obviously, when you go down 10 minutes, it's even more difficult. But we can't hide behind anything today. I think we are the constructors of our own downfall today.
Yeah, arm round Jonathan Lecco. Some things are one of those things. Other things, how do you deal with him in that situation?
Look, he's apologising for doing what he did, but listen, there's not a player that's walked on a football pitch and not made a mistake. Some you get away with, some you don't. But that's just what it is at the moment. It's we get punished for any, or we give away, a comedy of errors in the last 2 or 3 games, where defensively we've been really strong for the last 4 or 5 games, and we're getting into good areas, and we're getting good shots off at goal, and we're getting into goal scoring areas, but we're not taking those opportunities, and it's difficult when that's the sort of combination. So we have to break that and break it soon.
The first 15 or so, you were in the ascendancy. Maybe didn't create too many chances, but then Gillingham had their spell and had a number of shots on goal. Yeah. That's what you need from your side, though, isn't it? To create those chances. The more you create, obviously, the more you're going to give yourself the chance to score.
Yeah, I think we're creating chances in isolated moments, through good quality at times. But we're not. I don't think we're creating a momentum and a pressure on the opponent. For periods, we do, of chance, and save or corner, this, that, the other, which affects the opponent's minds. I thought that's what they did when they brought Bon on. I thought he sort of just gave an out. It weren't, the goal. Look at it, it's just a straightforward headed clearance and bounces, and he chases it. He competes with the centre halves. He gets in behind. He's a handful, and he gets a goal there, and it just lifts everyone and deflates everyone that's against them. And it's but that's professional football. It's not all quality. You have to win first contacts, second balls, second phases. And what I would say, and I've said this to the players, is you're never going to dominate a game fully, but you have to try and score when you're on top. But if you don't, you make sure when the opponent comes into a game that you're strong, you're solid, and you don't concede, and then you regain your control or your composure. But in those little spells, we've conceded some terrible goals, and it's sort of double impact on a small spell for the opponent. They get a goal out of it, and it just looks like it changes the complexion of the game.
Sounds like a really open question. How does that change? Just keep working at it.
Well, it's the only thing, isn't it? It's the only thing I know since I was 8 years old. I've worked in my career, worked to win. Been in difficult situations as a player, as a coach, as a manager. You work. If you don't believe in the work, if you think it's just through luck that you get your success, then you'll be quickly put right. It's through work, but taking it. And I've said this on a couple of occasions. This season, where even when we were winning games, we were having spells where we were really good and scored lots of goals, and they were first halves, and then something happened to us in the second half of games where we just lost our way and lost our composure, and it's still apparent in certain areas, in certain times of the game. So we have to work with the players' mindset and mentality, and you know what, just speaking to them there, and I asked for their thoughts, and they're saying the same things. They understand, they don't know why that little period just, we didn't get the ball down when we had been. We weren't getting out from the back into the centre half. We weren't, creating angles for each other. We weren't playing at the tempo with the restarts, the throw-ins, the free kicks. We were taking an age to do that and overthinking things. And so I wanted to get their thoughts straight away rather than watch the game and then come up with some solutions, but ideas. It's like, well, how did you feel right in that game, right in the middle of it? Because that's usually a good barometer of how you feel is straight away. And they're an honest group of guys. You know what I mean? You see, the effort they put into getting an equaliser, and we had chances to get an equaliser, but the effort they put in there, and you see them doubling up at the end of it because they put so much energy in the game. The commitment is still there when we go behind. You know what I mean? It's like when we start and when we go behind. But when we get a punch on the nose, we're reeling for a little bit, and that's what we need to get out of the makeup of our team, because they work exceptionally hard week to week, during the week, in all aspects of their training, their coaching, their training schedule. But at the end of the day, you've got to put it into action in pressure moments and pressure situations. And every Saturday, there's a tough opponent and putting pressure on you.
Can't doubt your endeavour to go and win it. I mean, you're throwing two strikers on at half time.
Yeah, well, look, it's I'm never going to shy away from trying to win in games of football, and if we have to make decisions, we do. I just felt we had to inject some. I don't know. The players need to see that the game had changed, and we still think it could have done things right, but we had to put the message out there that we're here to win and we were going for it. But like I say, if we keep at one, then I feel our pressure will show, and if you get an equaliser, then you hope the sort of the momentum swings. But when you concede such a poor second goal, it gives the opponent, which we've done at the start of the season when we've had that second goal, that 2-goal lead, you can just play with a bit more composure and maybe break on us and stuff like that. But one goal is always really tight, and the pressure's still on the opponent to protect that. And we just didn't give ourselves enough time to build that pressure, I don't think, until, like I say, the last 15-20 minutes. But I thought Max Dean had a lot to do with that, with how he came on and showed that sort of free abandon to go for it.
I suppose it's too early to tell how Matt Dennis is.
I'm not sure what's up with him, to be honest. I was too engrossed in the game, but I think he took a knock across his face in the first half, and so Adam just said he obviously couldn't continue, and we made a change. But I'll be honest, I haven't seen him since, so apologies for that. But I don't know how he is.